Hello, everybody. I guess y'all know who this is. My name is Jerome Bay, and I ain't know when I was gonna do the next video or not, but I had a particular and important thing I wanted to talk about today with everybody that's interested. You know, something that we overlook and something that we allow sex to make us overlook. And that is the importance and quality of a good relationship between a man and a woman, which need to be morally addressed within our race of people. Because if you look around today, in today's society, all you see is interracial relationships. You know, and every time you get a brother and a sister together, it's like it's a fight between two tigers in a cage. They can never come to terms on many things that need to be come to terms on for a relationship to work. And I particularly went through a situation containing a battle of control and stubbornness and who gonna run this and who gonna do that within the relationship with the sister. You know, and I love my sisters. They are the most beautiful women on this earth, and I appreciate them. They are goddesses. You know, they are everything. They are the perfect image of the Most High. You know, so I'm not here to bash them or put them down. I'm just here to address the issue and hope that we can get somewhere and bring better relationships within, you know, each other. And one thing I want to speak on today was what many people might not know that exists or understand. It's a mind-breaking and slave-making machine, which is called the Willie Lynch theory. You know, Willie Lynch was a slave master that came over to this country from England in 1700s. I think it's 1771, and I may be mistaken, but I know it's in the 1700s. And that's when the slave masters over here in this country, they was having problems with us. They couldn't contain us. We were still into our spirituality of our ancestors. We still knew who we were. We were still fighting back. We were still rebelling. You know, so when Willie Lynch came over here and showed them how to control us, he gave them a slave-making machine that's still working today, but it's in different forms. You know, he came with a format that to teach them to turn the light-skinned slave against the dark-skinned slave, the woman slave against the man slave, and to separate the man from the family so the woman can feel like the man is nowhere. So, you know what I'm saying? So naturally, the next person who she look up to is the slave master. You know, they used to put one leg of the slave man on one horse, put the other one on the other horse, and split his leg apart. And just humiliate the man right in front of his wife. So his wife see like, dang, if my husband can't protect himself, then how can he protect me? So now she's looking for a protector, because it's naturally for a woman to look for a man to protect her, because man protect. So the next person that's around look up to is the slave master. Now the slave master got her, and he in her head, and he teaching her to think like a slave, to talk like a slave, to act like a slave, and showing her that if a man slave was to rise up and think too bright and think too big, what they would do to him. So now, when she get kids, you know, she gonna raise her sons to fear the slave master. She gonna raise her sons to be too soft, to be a coward, because she don't want him to get hurt or to get killed by the slave master or any other slave master that's around. And that's a slave mentality. Now, when we come around, the brother man come around, now she look at us like we nothing. We trash because we can't defend ourselves. We can't even put no food on their table. We can't even prevent the slave master, from doing all the things that he did. In a way, it's still like that today, but not as widespread as it was back then, because a lot of us stand up now. We go to jail before we allow somebody to come in our household and do something they're not supposed to be doing. But that's another story. But that's that really Lynch theory. So now, there's a separation between the man and the woman in the household. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of us are, coming up today. You know what I'm saying? We getting wise. We educating our mind. We know who we are. You know what I'm saying? So it's causing friction now because the woman thinks she is the breadwinner. That she's supposed to be the only breadwinner and supposed to be the man of the household. Now she thinking that now from back then, past during slavery. It with the generation, and it's going on right now because it never been stopped. That issue never been addressed. But we can't blame the issue on Willie Lynch. We can blame on ourselves because we have to be aware of what's going on so we can change the conditions that we are living under. It's hard to talk to a sister these days and be real and be a good man, and she understand what you're saying now because she be messing with so many lames. She think you a lame now. It's what back in the days we used to call them females being game drunk. They game drunk. They don't know when the man being real or know when the man shooting game. But that's what we dealing with today. And a lot of men ain't standing up to be men of the household like they supposed to. You got to educate your woman on these type of things so she get out this slave mind state and free her mind and be who Allah want her to be or be who she want to be. And stop trying to be this stand up man. You a woman. You got panties on. You got a skirt on. Stop trying to put pants on and walk around with a big old flashlight. Come on, wake up. This Willie Lynch thing been going on for too long. Now it's time to go back to the way our forefathers did it. Our ancestors back in ancient times. All the way back in Asia, Africa, when it was called a Mesa. Everything was going perfect. We was getting blessed by Allah. He was blessing us with food, money, victories, everything, because we stayed on track according to the way He wanted us to live, according to the way He assigned us to live. But soon we got away from that pattern of living. That's why we're going through what we're going right now. That's why we're in slavery. That's why we went through slavery right now. And that's why a lot of us are still in slavery right now, mental slavery. Because we're getting away from the way our forefathers and our ancestors did it. Calling ourselves names and calling ourselves things that doesn't match us whatsoever. And when you call yourself a certain thing for so long, you begin to carry out them attributes. Why not stop and analyze what you're calling yourself so you can call yourself something that's worthy of doing it so you can live them attributes and be more successful and prosperous in your life. But this a family unit thing we gotta stay focused on. Everything starts at home. Home is your household. Make sure your household is peaceful. According to the teachings of Islam that is brought to us by the Prophet, Noble Jew Ali, the Prophet Jesus, the Prophet John, the Prophet Moses, the Prophet Confucius, the Prophet Muhammad, all of them came to teach Islam. It's just that man came and took it, put different names on them different teachers, but them teachers all are one and the same in different languages, in different parts of the earth. So it gonna seem different, but they the same. All of them are prophets of Allah. They came to teach us to put our household in order. Everything starts at home. Man needs to stand up. Woman needs to obey. Sons and daughters need to obey. I'm not saying that not to be a slave, but to trust. But for wives to trust their man. For wives to know that they man is going to lead them in the right direction. Because if you felt like that he wasn't going to lead you in the right direction, why did you choose up with him in the first place? If you chose up with him, then be prepared to trust him and allow him to lead you in the right direction that Allah is motivating him to go in. See, don't get this thing twisted. This is it can be a beautiful thing. But first you got to break that really lens syndrome. You got to break it. You got to break it. I'm telling this to the brothers and the sisters. Everybody, break it. It's hurting you. It's hurting you inside. It's a twisted form of nature. Get to know what I'm talking about. Look it up. Study it. Then you know that I'm just not sitting here just saying no anything. This is real. It's breaking hearts. It's breaking up families. And it's hurting kids. Your kids get it the most. Let's get on it. That's all I wanted to say. That's the message of the day. Thank everybody for their undivided attention. You know, I don't know when I'll be back with another video. But when I do, you know, it's going to be some heat. It's going to be some heat. Thank you. Yeah. It's Perry Bake. Peace.